guys, thank you so much for being here and for clicking on today's video. We are going to be talking about skincare habits and tips and a routine that you should be adopting in your 20s, whether you are in your early, mid, or late 20s. That is going to make a huge difference in your skin long run. Trust me, I started really taking care of my own skin personally when I was in my 20s, and it made a huge difference. You can really see a difference now as me and my friends were all turning into our 30s and getting older. You can see a big difference, and I really think that it's because of the habits that I built. So we're going to start out simple here. I'm going to take you through a basic skincare routine that you should be using, as well as some of my favorite products that I recommend for your 20s. And then I'm also going to be sharing with you some tips, some tricks, some general things that I think have made a huge difference that are very good to start adopting now. So without further ado, let's jump into it. The first thing that you're going to want to do is pre-cleanse your skin. Now, when it comes to skincare, usually you hear, cleanser, toner, moisturizer, but pre-cleansing is so important. And you'll notice that I'm saying pre-cleansing, not removing your makeup with a wipe, because makeup removing wipes are bad for a whole bunch of reasons. A few of them are, one, they're bad for the environment because they're wasteful, but more importantly, they can really tug at your skin. They're not particularly effective at removing makeup anyway, and they're highly fragranced. So you're going to end up wasting a bunch of money, tugging on your skin, and not really doing much in the process. So a pre-cleanser is a product that you put on just like a regular cleanser. You put it on your hands, usually when your face is actually dry or a little bit damp. You don't need a full wet face to apply your pre-cleanser. And then you're just going to rub it into your skin gently, especially very gently around your eyes. It's very important to just go like this, even use patting motions around your eyes, and that is going to be what really takes off the bulk of your makeup if you do wear makeup, or the bulk of the kind of grime and dirt that builds up on your face over the course of the day. Pre-cleansing is only important to do in the nighttime. After you've pre-cleansed your skin, you're going to want to go in with your cleanser. Now, I personally started using a different cleanser morning and night when I was in my 20s, and I'm going to give you some recommendations for what I advise for morning and what I advise for night. However, I will say if you do have kind of perfectly clear, simple skin that doesn't cause you any problems, you can probably get away with cleansing your skin once a day at night only. You might be able to completely forego the entire morning cleanse. So keep that in mind as you're watching this video. But my personal recommendation for a nighttime cleanser, especially if you have any kind of acne-prone skin or skin that needs a little bit of extra love, is a cleanser with a little bit of salicylic acid in it. Now, salicylic acid is important because it's going to be gently exfoliating. It's not too much, it's not a harsh exfoliant, it's not a physical exfoliant, but it is going to take away that top layer of skin. So if you have a little bit of dryness, people sometimes get afraid of these acids, but actually they can help kind of clear off this flaking skin or any kind of dryness, which can help your skin rebalance itself, and that's very important. If you do have acne, it can also be helpful with that. I just think that a little bit of salicylic acid does go a long way in a cleanser. Not necessarily in the rest of your skincare, but since cleansers go on and then get washed off so quickly, the actual active ingredients in them aren't too harsh, aren't too damaging. My recommendation for this cleanser is the Peter Thomas Roth Acne Clearing Wash. You're going to see a couple of Peter Thomas Roth products in this video. It's just because I absolutely love them. None of this is sponsored. I have bought this and rebought this maybe 3 times now, and this bottle goes a long way. It's also a very, very good price for what you get, but I absolutely love it. I recommend it. It feels very fresh. But I would also only use this at night or every other day if you do have sensitive skin, because you don't want to be using too many acids. For the morning time cleanse, or if you do have perfect, beautiful skin, I recommend the Fresh Soy Face Cleanser. It's just very, very beautiful, very easy. This is kind of like an OG cult classic. I actually started buying this in high school, so that was over 10 years ago. And I've been, slowly, intermittently repurchasing it ever since. It's just very simple. It doesn't foam up. It doesn't have any bad chemicals in it or anything like that. I just really recommend it. It's very nice. It feels very luxurious, and it does seem a little bit expensive, but a little bit goes a long way. This cleanser, this bottle here, I've probably had for 6 months, and I use it once a day, and that's how long it lasts. So I really recommend this. After cleansing, you're going to want to go in with a toner. Now, I do think that a toner is a little bit optional. I will say it's important to use if you've just used makeup, because it's a good step to make sure that you actually removed all your makeup. So after you've cleansed your skin, you're going to put your toner on a little cotton bud or cotton pad, anything like that, and you're going to gently swipe across your face. Don't forget to be extra gentle around your eye area. And it's very good to be able to see if you did get all the makeup off, and if you didn't, then you need to do a better job cleansing the next time around. Otherwise, I think in the morning, it's not particularly important to use a toner. I think that it's a nice step, it feels good, but it's not totally mandatory. I really have been loving this new brand 107. This is a new brand to me. I'm telling you, it is just beautiful. I don't even know how to describe it. It's very soft, very mild, but it gets the job done. Actually from the same brand, also not sponsored, this is also from 107. This is their serum. Now, like I said, like the toner is not totally obligatory, a serum's also not totally obligatory. I think that if you're going to be putting makeup on afterwards, serums can be nice because they can give your skin that extra bouncy look, but otherwise, I don't think that they make that much of a difference, especially in your 20s. You really don't need to be spending a whole lot of extra money on skincare products that don't do much, but I really like this one. You spray this one on, it's very easy, it glides on. I wouldn't spend too much money in your 20s on a serum, particularly, personally. After serum comes moisturizer. Now, this is such an important step. I'm not going to say it's the most important step because actually I think the most important step comes after this, but this is the second most important step. This is even more important, in my opinion, than cleansing your skin. You literally are going to want to be moisturizing every single day, twice a day. When you wake up, put on a little moisturizer. When you go to bed, after you've done your cleansing, moisturize your skin. And you're going to want to find one that you love because there are so many different types of moisturizers and they're so different. Like a cleanser in some way, there are obviously a lot of different ones, but they sort of act the same way. Same with serums and toners. There are different ones, but they're not that different at the end of the day. Moisturizers are different, and you're going to want to find one that's really perfect for your skin and stick to it. To the point that this particular moisturizer here, I have used and reused for probably 6 years. I've probably bought 22, 25 of these. I'm not kidding you. I love it. This is oil-free. I actually went through a big phase, like 3 years, where I didn't use any oil on my skin whatsoever, not in any of my skincare, not in any of my makeup. I didn't use any oil. Like, I wouldn't let it touch my face. I thought it was breaking me out, and it might have been. Now I'm kind of out of that, and I'm starting to use more oils and get back into them, which has been really nice, and my skin has been happy about that. But this guy has stuck around. I still use it almost twice a day. Sometimes I'll slip in another little one here and there, but definitely find one that you love and stick to it and just keep rebuying it. It's not something that you need to be playing around with. You don't need a new moisturizer every month. The pre-cleanser, it is in general oil-based, and even when I've been very afraid of using oils on my skin, I always used an oil-based pre-cleanser and I never broke out. So if you do have sensitive skin, or you're worried about oils, or you're worried about acne or anything like that, you have oily skin, don't worry about it. Pre-cleanser goes on and it really just wipes off that really outer layer of whatever's on your face. It never even makes it past that. It doesn't soak into your skin. It comes off. You cleanse right afterwards. So you don't have to worry too much about the oils in the pre-cleanser themselves. You might be wondering about eye cream. Now, eye cream would come after a moisturizer. I think if you have a moisturizer that you love for the most part in your 20s, you don't actually need an eye cream. I do think it's a good habit to be getting into, to kind of respect and appreciate your eye area and not tug on them, and applying an eye cream actually can be helpful for that. This right here is the Ole Henriksen Fresh Start. This is a very basic eye cream. It's not too expensive. Eye creams can really add up in price, so especially in your 20s, just get something simple. Apply it with your ring finger gently all around your eye. You don't need something too crazy. This one's very good for that. There's no scent. It's very nice. It's a bit whipped. I really like this one. I use it every other day. Now, like I said, your moisturizer is almost your most important step, but the most important step is your SPF. Now, this is the Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen. I love this one, especially if you're kind of a beginner with SPF and you're not used to applying it every single day. It's almost like a skin primer. It goes on clear. It has a very nice silky texture. Anything that you do put on top, if you're going to be putting on makeup, just glides on like a charm. Now, this is a chemical sunscreen. It's not a physical sunscreen, but I do think if you're just starting to get into sunscreens, this is a great one to start using. I apply this every single day that I'm going to be putting makeup on, and it is so important. I'm telling you, the biggest difference between people who have good skin and people who don't have good skin by the time they reach 30 is, did they or did they not take care of themselves in the sun and start applying SPF. If you want to go crazy, put it on your neck, your décolleté, and the backs of your hands. Even I don't remember to do that most days. But trust me, sun safety is the number one important thing that you need to start now, especially if you live somewhere where it's warm all year round, like the South, or if you're out in California or Florida where I am right now. It is absolutely key. I see people who are 21 years old who have skin that looks 10 years older than mine, and it's because they're clearly not applying sunscreen enough. They're not prioritizing it. Be really careful when it comes to the sun and your skin. trust me, you're going to thank me for that. Now that we've gotten past the kind of basic everyday routine that you should start getting into when it comes to your skincare and your skin habits, I do think that there are some tips and tricks that are going to be useful for you. And one of them is, you know how I said that you want to be cleansing your skin morning and night? If you are going to be working out in the morning or anytime really before like 11:30, 12, noon, anytime before then, if you are going to be working out, don't cleanse your skin beforehand and then also afterwards. But it is important to cleanse your skin after working out, after being in a pool, especially full with chlorine or the ocean, anything like that. You want to cleanse right afterwards. So if you know you're going to be doing that anytime in the morning, I would skip your morning cleanse and cleanse your skin after that. My next tip is to not incorporate too many new products all at once. Once you start establishing your skincare routine and you find stuff that works pretty well, but you're not totally convinced about it and you want to try something new, don't start incorporating too much all at once. If you want to try new products, I would try them one at a time and give each new one maybe 2 weeks even before incorporating something else. Because if you are bringing in too many things at once, you risk two things. You can either irritate your skin because there's just too much going on at once, and if your skin does become irritated, you won't actually know which product did it, and then you're going to have to start from square one. So as tempting as it is to get a bag full of new skincare and try it on all at once, I would really go slow with it. Like, slow and steady really wins the race when it comes to skincare. Love your skin, respect it, don't get stressed out by it. It is just skin at the end of the day, and it wants to balance out, it wants to help you, but there are lots of things that can impact it, like food and environment and stress levels and hormones. So don't get too angry with it. Just love it and love yourself and slowly take care of it. It's a learning process. You're going to be learning about it. It's going to be learning about you. Like, it should just be enjoyable. Don't do this stuff if you're hating it. Do it if you love it, and just try and build the habits. And you'll notice that, in time, it's just as natural as brushing your teeth or brushing your hair, doing your skincare. It's going to be easy, but you do have to start. So I recommend starting when you're in your 20s. Anyway, with that, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you watching, and if you made it this far, I really, really, really appreciate it. So give it a thumbs up, comment, like, share it with a friend. It would really help me out on my new channel. I'm just loving this and I'm trying to grow. So yeah, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks so much again. Bye.